It is Thursday, November 17th, 2022. I'm here at the Los Angeles Convention Center for Automobility LA, which is actually the press day for the LA Auto Show. So it happens the day before the LA Auto Show opens up. A lot of great cars to see here. Of course, this video tends to focus on new vehicles since that's what's here at the show, whereas my channel usually focuses on vintage vehicles such as this 1960 Chevy Impala, which happens to be here. They actually usually have a few vintage vehicles filter in throughout the show. In addition, this year there's a company called Charge that's making brand new 1967 Mustangs out of all new components that are electric, so we'll be checking that out later on as soon as their booth opens up. So lots of really amazing stuff to see here. Got two big halls to go to, so let's go get started right now. All right, so I'm guessing they have this lowrider here because the Lowrider Super Show is actually going to be here at the convention center on Cinco de Mayo weekend. So I'm guessing that's why it's here. Maybe they have a booth they're going to set up later on or during the show to advertise that fact. And I will mention I did work on my 69 Impala yesterday, so I'm hoping I'm going to have that at the show at the Rose Bowl on Sunday. And if I do, we'll be bringing to that on the channel finally, after numerous problems getting that thing ready to actually drive on the street. But for now, we'll just enjoy this beautiful 1960 convertible. Here's something that's sort of vintage. It's the 2022 Myers-Manx prototype. It's electric, so it's actually not a vintage Myers-Manx dune buggy. It's sort of a new one. Looks like it's got a Pontiac Trans Am steering wheel. A couple of the concept models for new dune buggies. These are all done by Art Center in Pasadena. So they've got these radio-controlled Volkswagens. I think the actual, where you drive it from, is at the actual Volkswagen booth in the hall. It's all done remotely, if I'm not mistaken. So you can see on the monitor, someone's actually controlling the car remotely. Oh, a little bit of a problem there. All right, so we're going to start with the new Prius. They actually just opened the doors here, so this one, of course, has been getting a lot of looks online. I think they just came out with a news article about this one yesterday. So they've completely redesigned the Prius. Actually, it's a very attractive car. I think they realized that since it sells so well, they might as well have something that's more stylish. Nice little walk around on it. I'm sure this car's going to be getting a lot of attention during the show. I believe it's a 2023 model, so it's supposed to be available early in the new year. There's another one they have down below. They're not letting anybody in. They're actually putting stickers on the windows, even on the one on the turntable, saying it's locked. It's a prototype. So who knows if it's the finished, like, final edition of what they're going to produce. So it gives you an idea of where the Prius is going. Well, I can really show you on the interior since it's got the glass. sure they're going to sell a lot of these. This one is the BZ Compact SUV concept. There's the older generation Prius. Yeah, I would wait for the new one if you're in the market for one of these. You'll walk around the Toyota booth. And just a reminder, tomorrow I'm off to Palm Springs for the McCormick's collector car auction. Saturday I'm doing Radwood down in Torrance, which is actually at American Honda. And Sunday I'm doing heaps of fun at Brookside Park in Pasadena, right there at the near the Rose Bowl. Hopefully with the '69 Impala. Have a look at some of Toyota's offerings. This one's the fuel cell. So this week's really busy for me. You know, we roll into Thanksgiving week and there's nothing the following week. I might be posting the Heaps of Fun video on the weekend after Thanksgiving, since there are no car shows that weekend. And then rolling into December, we got Pomona Swap Meet on December 4th, and then the following Sunday is Long Beach Swap Meet. And then I don't know what I'm doing for the rest of the month until the 31st. Which will be Holiday Motor Excursion in Arcadia, where they get all the early brass era cars of the early 1900s. I think the newest they accept is like Model A Fords. That's always a fun one to go film. And rolling into January, a lot of the car shows start up again. And of course, Moon Eyes towards the end of January. If you are considering doing that show, you need to enter that show now, because that one always fills up. That one's at Irwindale Speedway. Here's the chassis for the new Toyota Tundra pickup. There's a Tundra that's completely built. I will say I'm taking a Radwood, well, it's not mine, it's my parents'. I found them a 95 Toyota Camry station wagon, which you never see the wagons. So I'll be taking that to Radwood, since it's a sort of a Radwood era vehicle you don't often see. I got some of the custom builds that they had at SEMA. I didn't film too much of the booth at SEMA for Toyota because of the music. But at least now I can bring these to you. And they start playing music on cue. Alright, I can short clip my way through some of these vehicles then.
This is not your typical family.
This is our...
There's the Toyota Land Cruiser we saw at SEMA. That video is doing extremely well, I might add. That one actually got the best start of any video I've ever posted to YouTube. Got a Corolla rally car. This is the Toyota iRoad three-wheel car. This one's called the LQ concept car. And while you're at the LA Auto Show, try your hands at curling with this inflatable curling, what would this be called? I don't know. Slip and slide? I don't know. That's what it reminds me of.
Which is why we have
This is Supra. This one's actually set up for drag racing. It's got an HRA, it's got slicks on it. There's one of the NASCAR trucks. There's a Supra NASCAR. NASCAR Camry. This is the new Toyota Crown, which of course is an old name in Toyota circles. In fact, my dad used to work at a Toyota dealer in the 70s, and they sold Toyota Crowns back then. And I believe they use that name, you know, overseas, but not really in the U.S. for many years. Let's walk around to the all-new Toyota Crown. So here's the new Hyundai Genesis. Notice they're doing a press conference coming up. Of course, when they do that, it's very hard to shoot anything. I believe this one's called the X Convertible. I did see some posts about this one online. I can't get you a walk around since they've got it blocked out. Here's the new Genesis Coupe. Take a look in there. Of course, these are concepts, but
it's got a nice
very nice style to it. I could bring you the other angle of the sedan and the convertible. All right, so last year I wasn't able to show the VinFast cars because they unveiled them literally at the end of the day. By then I was very tired, so I had already left. And I don't know why they did their press conference so late in the day. These are actually a Vietnamese car company, but they're planning on manufacturing these in the United States. And they are electric.
So they're all around the LA area.
So at least this year, I can bring you the actual vehicle and not just them under a cover. Here's a look at the, it's got the tablet in the middle, similar to a Tesla. So I believe this one might be a concept one.
number 9 out. Okay, yeah, I don't need to say. I want to. Let me get someone to answer. Yeah, I'll see if whoever opens that one.
So this one's their larger SUV model. A little storage compartment there.
Coming your way home.
Oh, sorry. So it's called the VF9. So this is the Hyperion booth, and they've got astronauts dangling overhead. Looks like they're going to unveil something or other here. Looks like a train or a boat, who knows. It's I believe it looks like they make supercars. Look at this design, because it's I don't think any amount of close-up shots will ever do justice to how much detail there is in this car. And continuing at the Hyperion booth, Lunar Astronaut. I believe this is the same model as the other one. Here we have the GMC Hummer, which is electric. From what I understand, I believe there's like a waiting list for these. So the Lincoln display has a Continental Mark II Durham convertible. So we will bring you some vintage cars today. Of course, the Continental Mark II is technically not a Lincoln, but most people just call it a Lincoln anyway. At that point, Continental was actually a separate division at Ford. So if I read this right, these are the finalists for North American Car, Truck, and Utility Vehicle of the Year, starting with it's either Lordstown or Lordston, depending on your pronunciation. Endurance. Not sure if they use the UK pronunciation or not. These are all technicalities, you know. You go look. So there's the Chevy Silverado. And the Ford F-150 Lightning, which of course is an electric pickup. Bring you some more of the Finalist. This one's a new Acura Integra. If you remember, I believe they unveiled it at Radwood last year, since it was at American Honda, as it is this year. There's the Nissan Z-Car. The Genesis G80 electric. Okay, continuing with the utility vehicles of the year, this is the Cadillac Lyric. We got the Genesis GV60. And we got this Kia EV6. Mazda booth, they have this Cosmo sports car, of course Japanese market. With houndstooth interior.
It's different. Normally you had to show it at the entrance. Soon you're in the
There's actually an electric Chevy Silverado pickup. I believe this is the first year for these. Has the step-down tailgate there. Look how the back wall of the cab flips down for longer pieces of wood or whatever you need to haul. Chevy kind of has their muscle cars over here in the corner, such as the Camaro convertible.
When I was checking one out, I was like, I like the option.
What you get?
It's the new Corvette Z06.
I'm a car designer.
So you can imagine this one's drawing quite a crowd.
I like sitting low. So it's like hard to get in.
The Volkswagen ID Buzz, which is patterned off of a old microbus, two-tone paint scheme and all. Volkswagen booth has like the longest foosball table I've ever seen. So check that out. It's like foosball for the whole family. Get like, what, like 20 of your friends to play foosball. It's a shot of the ID Buzz in a much better color, in my opinion. So imagine these will be very popular here in California for obvious reasons. It's a Nissan Ariya. It's been customized with faux wood paneling and baby blue steel wheels and white walls. A couple custom surfboards on the top. It's the new Nissan Pathfinder. It's called the Rock Creek Edition. So,
When'd you leave?
this is the new Lexus RZ.
You said this was the same one that they had?
Yeah. I don't think the yoke's gonna stick.
This is actually a production car, not a prototype. Nothing but touch screen. Check that out. We saw these at SEMA. These are basically new Camaros made to look like a 1970 Chevelle. There's a few companies making similar kits than these. I'll show you this one. I believe this is the same two cars that were at SEMA, but I'll bring them to you for the guys who haven't watched the SEMA video. So I think there was one that was a Cuda that was built on a Challenger. There's a couple different ones. There's a couple ones that they make for Mustangs as well. So I found another display with some vintage cars, including this 68 Shelby Mustang GT350. The Porsche 911. And of course a 69 Mustang Mach 1 Cobra Jet. And a couple more early Mustangs. It's 2+2 GTA. A Shelby GT350. How about the 63 Galaxy? This one's a 427. Ready to go drag racing. It looks like it's got a 4-speed in there. It's be very original. Look at the paint's missing there on the wheel well. So I'm guessing it's an original car. I remember in the Galpin Hall of Customs where they have music playing, so we're going to be short clipping our way through these. A couple of some of the vintage Porsches they have, including this Speedster. This is Ford GT. I got some custom Broncos built by Galpin. It was actually a Ranger. Like this one's kind of got the retro scheme going on. So I got some of these vintage microcars on display. So this one's a French microcar called the P-Valet. I don't know. Pretty sure I butchered that pronunciation. It was actually called, I believe, a Biscuit.
I can bring in the registration and say, hey, give me a new one.
There's a Janus. More unusual microcars built. Can't tell whether you're coming or going in this one. This one's a PTV made in Spain. Of course, a Metropolitan. These, of course, you can find in the U.S. Pretty easily. It's Nash, but manufactured by Austin. This one's a scooter car. It's a cross between a scooter and a car. Hence the scooter car. It's an Aston Martin wagon.
This screws on here, right? Yeah.
So again, a very unusual car.
Weird that I can't.
Galpin always has a interesting display. This Porsche. I believe we saw this at SEMA as well. There's a customized Land Rover Defender.
And then my mom came along with Dad, and I think between the two of them, I'm incredibly thankful.
The GT500.
They let all of us to follow. Because they gave us the roadmap. Now it's just up to us to follow.
And this is still part of the Galpin display. They got a few vintage Lotus cars out here. Fortunately, they got this railing here, which makes it difficult to photograph or video. I'm actually kind of surprised Galpin didn't bring out the Hirohata Merc, which of course they did display at Grand National Roadster Show early in the year. Yeah, this is the Charge 67, which is basically an electric 67 Mustang, and they use all new parts, so it's not a vintage Mustang that they converted, but all new metal panels.
It's a brand new car, not a resto mod.
Yep. I like the ones we see at SEMA where they take an old car and convert it. So if you want a brand new 67 Mustang in electric, this is the way to go.
Yeah, I understand.
That's my only thing.
I understand.
So I got this 1915 Detroit Electric. This is actually from the Peterson Museum. So it's probably one you would see if you went through their display. So an early electric car. So this one's called the Zinger. It says it's a 3D printed supercar, humid and AI designed. So this is the new Dodge Hornet, which of course gets its name because they acquired American Motors, because the Hornet name was originally used on Hudson and then later on American Motors. So, and now Dodge is using that name. So no word if they're going to cut the back off and call it a Gremlin. All the AMC guys know what I'm talking about. It's just an example of we're using an old car name on a new car. There's the new Dodge Charger, which is now electric. Maybe at this point it's still a concept. And of course, I believe this is the last year you'll be able to get the Hemi V8 in the Dodge products. So now they're moving into electric vehicles. You can see the various colors they'll be coming in. There's the current Charger, which is, this one's the King Daytona model.
It was, you know, they're like, we want to go in this direction. I was like, cool. I was like, what do I need to do?
Even comes with hood pins. So this is the all-new Ford Mustang. Nice walk around with the convertible. This one's a 5-liter variety.
No, it's just a. Just call it the stocks. Do you know? So we look at.
Of course, the coupe. This one's the Dark Horse edition.
it'd be fun to stay in.
So I'm gonna do a quick walk around of the Bronco display. I don't believe they're doing the Bronco. Oh, they actually are. They have an indoor Bronco ride along. I did the one outdoor last year, which is in last year's LA Auto Show video. It was a lot of fun. Where they go around the course. Good look. Nice orange one. My sister actually has a Bronco on order, but she bought the Sport for some reason. She didn't go for the bigger one. So she's getting one similar to this, but I think she's getting the gray color. This one's a Wild Track edition. Kind of like how these special editions are coming out now for the Bronco.
So where are you at? Are you in Bronco mode? Are you in Forerunner mode or what?
There's one that's like fully outfitted for off-road duties. Shelby. A very nice shade of green. I'm not sure if the camera is going to do it justice, especially with the lighting in here. But I will say it's a very attractive color. Of course, this is the current Mustang, not the new one. It's coming out.
That's right. We're carrying an umbrella.
We're carrying an umbrella.
Well, Subaru always has this national parks display, theme display that's crazy. This year you can actually adopt pets. So they got pets you can actually adopt at the auto show. It's a good thing my daughter's not with me or we'd be taking home a puppy. It's a prototype Subaru EV. It's a Solterra EV. I'm not going to carry it over there. And you can see they got a whole display with a spot for the, and they got a bridge where you can go up and watch their show. And I don't know if this year, some years they have like a volcano that erupts. They got different things every year, but you can get the idea what's going on. So I can finally get you shots of this car. This is the Giorgio Armani edition Fiat 500 with the carbon fiber looking hood there. Come around here, these guys are coming around there. Actually just had a massive crowd around. They just unveiled it. So it's got the Giorgio Armani wheels. So bringing back those designer editions like the 70s. Those who remember Cartier edition Lincolns and Oleg Cassini edition AMC Matadors. Now you've got the Armani edition Fiat. This one's the Bulgari edition 500 with the gold trim. Make what you will of it. Like I said, designer editions were very popular back in the 1970s, and Fiat is bringing that back. Got the seats in the dashboard here. It's the Cartel Edition 500. And it's continuing the theme to the interior. You can see part of the Jeep course. And if you want to see me do the Bronco one, watch last year's video. I'm not going to do one of these again, but it's steeper than it probably looks on camera. And to be fair, we'll show the Bronco coming down their course. There's the Ram course, showing you the ground clearance, as well as the torque. I don't know if you can see it back there. They're actually pulling a wall up. Oh, they disconnected it just in time. And there you can see the, not as steep as the Bronco or the Jeep one for obvious reasons, but good idea what's going on. Now it's time for the Porsche display, which this year is shipping container themed for some reason. So let's go have a look. This is the GT3 RS 911. As I was saying, they always do like a crazy display in this one room just for Porsche. They've been doing this since at least the 80s that I can remember. See all the traffic cones. So yeah, four-wheel drive 911 from the Paris to Dakar rally. Here's the modern version. This is actually, I guess, available as a package from Porsche, so you can actually buy it like this. Maybe look around here. 911 Dakar edition. This is the standard Dakar edition, I guess, without all the extras. With the beefier tires. This is the 718 Cayman Style edition. This is a new Hyundai prototype that looks kind of like an 80s Toyota Supra. If you look at it, right? I guess. Maybe a little walk around this one. It's like something you would take to Radwood.
Yeah, both their parents were getting sick, and I think I'd rather go to and then it was just crazy.
It's the new Ioniq 6 sedan. All right, so I was literally about to shoot an outro, and then a viewer who's working in the garage and is part of the Lowrider exhibit down here said, "Man, I watch your videos. You need to come down. You need to shoot the Lowriders." So, thanks to the viewer, I'm here, and I'm going to show you these beautiful Lowriders down here. I realize they're not new cars like the rest of them, but this is what I normally shoot. So, let's go get started. Start with this 63. Get a good look. So like I said, when you come to LA Auto Show, make sure you check out the garage, especially if you're coming the next week, because they've got a bunch of Lowriders down here. So after you've looked at all the new cars, want to see something else, like this 61 Impala, head on down to the garage area. It's a nice walkthrough. Beautiful 62. The LS. Show you this Chevy pickup with a matching trailer with a barbecue. Just a reminder, the LA Super Show will be back here at the Convention Center Cinco de Mayo weekend. '67. I've seen this one at a lot of different shows. Our 61 drop top. The etching on the bright work on the 64. Nice 63.
Like that new guy does this stuff. Branding like that.
clean Monty. '52 Fleet Line. Nice Buick Regal. About a pink Cutlass. One of the '65 Malibu. Here's a '69 Impala, except mine's not a convertible. A Lowrider shoebox. Sheer amount of custom work that went into this truck is absolutely mind-boggling. Got the lace work on the top. $59. $66 with an LS. Fleetwood Brougham, Cadillac. Ford Country sedan wagon. Clean 58. Small block power. CAD lights in the back. So this is Mark. He's a viewer of the channel, and he's the one who said you better come down here and film the lowriders. Tell me about your scholarship.
Okay, well, my name is Mark Lerma, and I live out in Indio, California. I'm from East LA, born and raised. We moved out there 20 years ago. My son was 3. He's a professional boxer. He had a heart condition born. It led to a disability learning. He was 30 in his class of graduates or students, and only 4 of 30 graduated. Out of the 4, he was the only one that became a professional athlete with the disability. The state came down to Beaumont, California, and they awarded him a success. And I stood up and talked to them about what we had been doing in the schools behind his disability. We've been talking to schools and kids and sending them, getting them over at my gym in Thermal. It's a nonprofit for kids. And they were learning how to channel their anger and using their disability in a more positive way than fighting in school and all. So we went into the schools for 7 years, and we talked to all the students all day, the whole school, and we give belts, and the kids get to compete classroom against classroom for a belt. Now the WBC is very well known in the world, and this is the original youth belt that Rudy Tejas has given to me to support the scholarship program.
Okay, so tell us about your either YouTube or website where they can reach
YouTube, you can find us at.
Let's have a look here. So doing something positive in the community.
Yes.
And I'm shooting an LA Auto Show. It's turned into a lowrider show video thanks to this guy.
This is our first time in 115 years to be allowed to be in here with our culture and our cars. So we're very excited.
And you're going to be back for Super Show, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
2023. Rockin' Chicano and Chingon the magazine has put this together for us. So they are responsible for this, and we're here to support.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bring you some more of the cars. I'm going to round out the lowrider section. So this is the most lowriders I've ever seen down here. Just so many beautiful cars. Like a paddy wagon or a dog catcher wagon. He's got a barrel, probably from Prohibition. And here's the cop that busted him. Highway Patrol. Says mini truck. And 70. I know I've seen this 66 at a few different shows as well. If the mural's going to come up with the lighting, but paint on the 62 is amazing. It's actually a Brougham two-door, which is kind of rare. It's Gangster Buick. Those guys are still polishing up their 64. About a Suburban. Tell you what, you came for an LA Auto Show video. This is at the LA Auto Show. Just happens to be the stuff I usually shoot. Beautiful classics, lowriders. That's going to wrap things up here at the LA Auto Show for 2022. I hope you liked a lot of the cars that were here. My favorite was that Hyundai with the 80s throwback. That was pretty sweet, and that Volkswagen microbus was pretty awesome as well. We got a lot of great stuff coming up for you. Tomorrow I'm off to Palm Springs for McCormick's auction. Saturday I've got Radwood at American Honda in Torrance. Then Sunday I'm doing heaps of fun at Brookside Park at the Rose Bowl. So literally I've got 4 events in a row that I'm filming this week, so I'm really trying to take it easy. So be sure to like, subscribe, let me know what your favorite car was, and until next time, I'll be seeing you.